to the west, for therein lies your future.
There once was a place that offered so much promise, people gave up everything to stake their claim. That was the dream.
Home sweet home.
This was the reality.
What the hell? Take 10 paces.
Oh, I couldn't really. I'm anti-handgun.
And they knew there was only one thing for them to do.
Let's get ourselves a wagon master and go home.
And only one man to help them do it.
Why doesn't that reassure me?
We leave at dawn. Noonish.
Wagons!
East. East.
Now they've started a trend.
I say you're a bunch of yellow-bellied eastern sissies. And why don't you go back and leave the West to the real men?
Oh, Butch, get over yourself.
That could be dangerous.
I want those defectors eliminated. Fortunately, I have a plan.
If they thought going west was hard,
Colt 45!
going east is next to impossible.
You're gonna die slow.
Oh, please, that is so Dodge City.
No more amateurs. I'm calling in the cavalry.
All right, then, let's kill some people.
John Candy and Richard Lewis. When the going gets tough, the tough stayed home. And the rest went east.
They are going the wrong way.
Wagons East.
Are we there yet?
I will have your mother turn this wagon around right now.
All right, you just saw the trailer for Wagons East that we just watched. And it was supposedly a 0% on Tomato Meter with a 32% audience score, which I say supposedly, that's what it says on Rotten Tomatoes. So, would I put a 0%? Well, I guess we'll find out during the movie. So, let's see the info. When a group of dissatisfied settlers decide they had enough of the Wild West, they hired James Harlow, an alcoholic wagon master, to take them back east. The eclectic but happy bunch includes Dr. Phil, prostitute Belle, and openly gay man Julian. But the railroad investors don't want it getting out that the West isn't a nice place, so they do everything they can to make sure the group never makes it to their destination. Would you say that's an accurate description, Brandon?
Fairly accurate.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as what happens, yeah.
Short and sweet and to the point. I totally agree. Now, this movie, it came out, you know what? It doesn't even say on here, but 1994, I think.
The movie, 1994.
Yep, 1994, yes. Usually, this website says when it was released, but it doesn't say. It says it came out streaming on June 18th, 2002. And it grossed $3.7 million at the box office. Alright, August 26th, 1994. 107 minutes long. But Wiki said it made $4.4 million at the box office. So, I don't know. It had some good people in there. Like John Candy as James Harlow. Richard Lewis as Phil Taylor. John C. McKinley as Julian Rogers. Ellen Green as Belle. Robert Picardo as Ben Wheeler. William Sanderson as Zeke. Joe McKinnon Miller as Zach Ferguson. And, of course, a few more. But I'm not going to get into everybody.
You know, Belle It really cracked me up because I thought Belle for the longest, or maybe it was, I don't know. But it looked like the lady who played the wife in Little Shop of Horrors. Her voice sounded like it a lot.
Well, it's funny you say that. Let's see. Little Shop of Horrors. She played Audrey.
She did. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I was right.
Yep. And that was in the trivia that I'm going to talk about later. So it's funny you said that. But she, let's see, her first debut was in a film called Next Stop Greenwich Village. And I'm Dancing as Fast as I Can. Then she did a Little Shop of Horrors. Me and him talk radio, pump up the volume. Oh, Rock-a-Doodle? I think I remember that. That cartoon one?
Yes.
Naked Gun 33 and a Third, The Final Insult. This came out about the same time as Dragons East. Dragons East. Woo! Where did I get that? Wagons East. And then the last film she's been in was 2019, The Untold Story. So, really haven't done anything lately. She was entangled the series in television on 2017. She was in one episode. Let's see. I'm trying to see if there's anything in television. She was in the X-Files. Yep. But that's pretty cool. I like Little Shop of Horrors.
Yeah, I like that movie.
I didn't know it, but did you know this? John Candy was in Little Shop of Horrors?
No.
It's been so long, I can't remember. Let's see, what role did he play? Wink Wilkinson, the DJ for WSKID, who puts on a radio show about weird stuff called Wilkinson's Weird World. Blech. Yeah. Okay. So I guess it was a small role. But, yep, he was in there. So anyways, John Candy. Unfortunately, this is his last role. He actually passed away had a heart attack before the movie was done. They had of course, it was in the trivia. John Candy died during filming. His few remaining scenes were either not filmed or were filmed using a stand-in. They rewritten not to involve him. Like his prolonged fistfight with the general, and during his second bar sequence footage was reused from his earlier bar sequence. So, now, would you say John Candy was awesome? Good, mediocre?
You know, for this movie, after sitting down and actually getting to watch it all the way through, I thoroughly enjoyed the character he played.
Yeah. Now, acting-wise, I think he did a decent job. Would I say it was, like, award-winning? No. Would I say he was awful? No. I thought he was pretty good. You know, decent, you know. No awards, but no, you know, get rid of that guy. But, he didn't want to make the film. He was contractually obligated to do this movie. So, so you can kind of tell you didn't really want to do it, but he wasn't in a lot of the film. He was in there a lot, but he didn't have that many scenes. I would say that. So he wasn't the total star of the whole movie. You know what I mean? Lead. That's what I was trying to think of. He wasn't like a lead, or he would have been in a lot more.
I think Richard Lewis was more of the lead than
John
Candy was.
Yeah, but everything I look at, they put John Candy first.
Yeah.
And even in the cover, it's got both John Candy and Richard Lewis. And the cover has got them look like a map with the hole burning out in the middle, and it's got both of them on there pointing at each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. But some things it just says Wagons East, some of them has Wagons East with an exclamation point. But everything's got John Candy first. But like you said, I think Richard Lewis is more of the lead. But I wouldn't say there was a lead per se. But this was filmed in Mexico, and he had a heart attack at 43. John Candy did.
I have something else in common with John Candy.
I didn't think about that. Yeah, didn't think about that. Now, Richard Lewis, he's a comedian. He was in Once Upon a Crime, Robin Hood Men in Tights, Prince John. Forgot about that. Leaving Las Vegas in 95. And he hasn't done anything since 2018. And, well, even in television. Yep. So, yeah. But I forgot all about Robin Hood Men in Tights that he was in there.
Yep, he was.
I think
he's a pretty funny guy.
I think he was better in that one. I don't know. It's probably because I like that movie better. I don't know. I wouldn't say I hate this movie either.
No, I actually enjoy this movie quite a bit.
Yeah, so John C. McGinley. Now, if y'all haven't watched the movie, then we're about to give away a spoiler, so you should have watched it already. But yeah, he kind of played the. How would you say that?
Oh, he was openly gay.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just full-fledged. He was openly gay.
Yeah. He was very openly gay in the movie, and I think that's what the character was supposed to be, of course.
Yeah.
But he didn't like how bad the West was, so he wanted to go back home. And he's primarily a supporting character, and he's primarily a supporting character actor anyways. No, I think he really did a good job doing it on this one.
Yeah, he played a perfect part for it. He did very well.
He was in Point Break? I didn't know he was in Point Break. The Rock? Huh. I gotta see who he was in Point Break. Was he a cop? Let's see. As FBI Director Ben Harp. Okay. Now I remember. Okay. It took me a minute, but I had to remember. But yeah, he had always been busy. Man, guess what? 2018 again in film. And he did something in 2021 for TV. Brooklyn Nine-Nine. He guest rolled on season 8 for 3 episodes. Oh, 2019 and present. DreamWorks Dragons Rescue Riders. He plays a recurring role as Grumbleguard.
Well, he's also, I mean, hell, he was also born in like 59.
Yep, August 3rd, 1959. He's 63 years old.
Yeah, so, I mean, he's getting up there in age.
Yep. I gotta see this. Oh, it's a cartoon. I didn't know that. That's why I haven't heard of it. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. He's not acting per se, he's voice acting. So, I'm going to go and do some... Where to put it? Alright, well, to say some quotes, we'll talk about that part of the movie. I think that'd be pretty good. Ben Wheeler, but leaving would be like giving up. And Phil says, that's exactly what it would be, Ben. Giving up. So let's just give up. Let's get out of here. Let's get ourselves a wagon master. Go home. Let's go east. What do you say? The bartender says, I say you're a bunch of gutless, lily-livered, yellow-belly eastern sissies. All you've done since you got here was whine and complain. Now why don't you go back and leave the West to the real men? And Julian says, well, actually, I could have the books on the wagon really quickly. And the cappuccino machine, you know, is going to travel like a dream.
It does. It does.
Yep. And, oh, yeah. What do you think, when the chief says, untie them, big snake that makes women faint?
I did. Hey, there was some parts of the movie that killed me.
Oh,
that was
yeah.
one of them. Because he was originally Little Feather.
Yep.
Or they changed his name to Little Feather. He didn't like that name.
And Billy was talking to Julian. So what brought you out west, Julian? Oh, the men. I heard it was plumb full of them. Men? Oh, because men read more books than women? Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's it. So, oh, the shower scene. Billy washes.
Yeah.
Julian washes Billy's back and said, "Thanks a lot." And he turns around, notices Julian's hard on. Wow, Julian, look at you! Did you see a mermaid? Julian blushes and giggles. And Billy says, man, cold water usually has the opposite effect on me.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a bunch of good parts. There was parts like that all throughout the thing, all throughout the movie.
A little quick innuendos.
Yeah.
Of certain things. Like, it was pretty crazy what they, the names that they used for the wagon that he was a wagon master for at the beginning.
Oh, yeah.
They all get mad at him about.
Yeah, and it was named for the Donner Party, which it was totally different, but you know they changed it for the movie.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can. Come on. Unlike depicted in this film, the Donner Party tragedy was not actually caused by an incompetent wagon master, but instead by money, fame-hungry frontiersmen. At Fort Bridger in Wyoming, the Donner Party was convinced by Jim Bridger to take his new cut-off route through Nevada to get to San Francisco. The route had not been tested or proven, but Bridger was feeling desperate for an accomplishment and disregarded the dangers to the wagon party for the sake of promoting his name.
Yeah.
So that's what it was referring to, kind of, but you know, they changed some stuff here and there for it.
You know, it just reminded me of Dahmer. Like Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah. Yeah, then like in the trailer, John says, "Your move, sissy boy," and Julia says, "Sissy boy, oh please, that's so Dodge City."
Yeah, dude, like when he first showed up. No, it wasn't him. It was Goofus here, Richard Lewis. It was Richard Lewis that didn't want to do the gunfight because somebody stole his cattle.
Yeah.
Boy, Julian was something else with a pistol.
Oh yeah, you totally wasn't expecting it.
No, I wasn't. But I like the bedazzled gloves he had on.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Alright, so this movie was a comedy western. Of course, it had its funny parts. It was by Calico Pictures Inc., TriStar Pictures, Outlaw Productions. I said some of the actors. Alright, some of the trivia. You didn't want to make the film. I talked about. Now, the final film John Candy was involved with was this one. His previously filmed movie, Canadian Bacon, was, however, released a year later after this one came out. And then we already talked about John Candy and Ellen Green were both in Little Shop of Horrors. So, alright, now, what do you agree more towards the tomato meter at 0% or the audience score at 32%? Or would you make a new score and go higher or in the middle or what?
Well, I don't agree with Rotten Tomatoes at all with a 0%.
Yeah, I don't either.
I enjoyed the movie, but then again, I like comedy. I like Western comedy. I think it's pretty good.
Yeah,
I enjoyed the film. I enjoyed the acting. Some of it was a little, here or there, and some of it was a little cheesy. But that's what it was. I mean, it was just a cheesy.
That's what it was made for.
Yeah, it's almost a spoof Western, if you will.
Yeah.
So I would rate it higher than a 30%. I would probably give it. I'd probably go 50 to 60.
Yeah.
But then again, I liked the movie. I thought it was a good movie.
Yeah. Now, I would also go over the audience score of 32%. I would go to like 50, 55, maybe. But it all depends on how you look at it. So, like, what I like to rate the movies on what kind of mindset you have to have in order to watch the movie. You got to know that it's like what you said a while ago. It's a spoof Western. You got to be in the mindset of that. You got to be in the mindset it's going to have some dry humor, sexual innuendos and stuff like that. You can't watch it with your kids, really, depending on how young they are. If they're real young, no. If they're older teenagers and they know how to conduct themselves, maybe. And you just kind of got to be in the right mindset for all that. And don't go in expecting to watch a movie that you're going to want to rewatch right away or anytime soon. I would rate this as a movie that you can watch every 5 years, maybe. Because by then you probably forgot some of the jokes that they did. And I think that's a pretty good assessment. What do you think?
I think I could probably watch it again sooner than that, just because there's some people that I might want to see the movie that may not have seen it, and I could watch it with them.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's not something I would sit down and watch by myself.
It would be something I would sit there and look for. I wouldn't sit there and go, ooh, I got to watch some Dragons East. I wouldn't say that. Now, if I'm flipping through the channels, bored, and I come across it, would I watch it? Depends. Depends on what kind of mood I'm in. Sometimes you're just not in the mood to watch, a spoof movie, as you said earlier. I like that you said that, because that's more or less what it reminds me of. It's a spoof western, and that's more or less exactly what it is.
I mean, those kind of movies have their, their audience.
So if you haven't watched the movie yet, or you're just listening to the show, go watch the movie, and maybe after a couple of years you'll say, hey, that was actually pretty good the first time, let me watch it again. So, alright, I think that's pretty much it, unless you got anything else to say about it.
No, I just agree with you. Go watch the movie. Form your own opinion. We're just here to kind of give you the movies to watch. I think if you watch it, you'll enjoy it if you go into it with the correct mindset of it's not a serious movie, it's a funny movie.
Yeah.
Just look for the funny parts, but the overall movie is pretty good. It's a decent movie to watch. So I'd say give it a shot and see what you think.
So mindset of it's going to be a western spoof, and a mindset of being, I would say, like 30s, maybe 20s, 30s. Kind of be able to do the dry sexual innuendo humor and stuff like that, and stuff like that. And just saying, it was John Candy's last movie. He didn't even complete the film. He had to have stand-ins, and they had to cut part of the movie out. So, but all right, that is it for that. Next time, what movie are we going to watch?
I'm thinking maybe Hackers. I haven't looked it up on Rotten Tomatoes to see what it got. But.
Well, 31% on Tomato Meter, so I think it actually, goes with what we're doing here. Is Tomato Meter right, or was the audience scored at 68% more like it? I don't know. I guess we'll find out next time. Does the movie hold up? That's what I'm wondering, because hacking back then is probably totally different than hacking right now.
Oh yeah, sure.
I'm always saying that because we're all like kind of remember parts of the movie. Does it still hold up today? Can you still hack today like you did back then? We'll find out next time. Until then, have fun watching the movies.
As always.